Lifers, it's me, Stae Hall, and I decided to make a video today to share with you guys the 3 things that I've stopped doing. When I first started this journey on the natural hair and the running and the fitness and the clean eating and the healthy lifestyle, they were just things that I kind of wanted to try, but I never realized how they would change my life, and I definitely never thought that it would change my life this quickly. The number one thing that I've stopped doing is worrying about what other people think. Now, anybody who knows me in real life will know that I kind of pride myself on being someone who doesn't care what anybody else thinks. I'm pretty much like, as long as I'm doing what makes me happy and my family is good and I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't care what people think. But I've realized through this journey that that wasn't necessarily the truth, because when I first started to wear my hair natural, that very first day I had an event to do, and it was a public event, and I was emceeing the event, and I knew that there was a chance that the news was going to be there, and I was so worried about rocking my fro for the first time in public at this event. And I'm thinking, what if they change their mind when they see me and they don't want me to do the event anymore and they get somebody else? Because last time they saw me and when they asked me to MC this event, you know, I was rocking my, you know, what was it, the sew-in, and you know, my hair was in this cute bob, and if I show up today, you know, in this natural hairstyle, how are they going to receive me? And I went and I wasn't all that confident, and that's when it kind of hit me that I do care what people think, because I was good with my hair. It might not have been the cutest that day, but it was my first time. I had done a twist out. I was proud of myself. And when I was at home and with my family, and even when I made the video for you guys that day, I was so happy and just in love with my hair. But once it was time for me to go out, I kind of shut down a little bit, and I was nervous and I was insecure. And it kind of made me feel sad, because that's something that I hadn't really encountered before, but I realized in that moment that that's because I looked the way I thought people expected me to look, so therefore I was able to have confidence. But that truly wasn't confidence, because I felt the need to kind of fit the status quo and not just do me. And so that's the first thing I stopped doing. Now it's like, whether it's a good hair day, a bad hair day, whether the twist out worked all right or I have to put a hat on, I go out and I'm good with it. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. I'm fine. I feel like my hair is healthier, it's getting to breathe. So why would I go back to doing something else just because people might not receive me the way they used to? And so I quickly realized I can't be worried about that. So no matter whether I'm going out for something casual or if it's a business meeting, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna wear my hair the way it's comfortable for me, and I'm not gonna worry about it, because at the end of the day, if anybody is judging me or doesn't wanna accept me or doesn't feel like I can do a good job at whatever because of my hair, that's not somebody I really wanna deal with anyway. So, moving on to the next thing that I stopped doing. I stopped spending time doing things and participating in things that I really don't want to. Things that aren't pouring into my life. Things that aren't pouring into other people's lives. I stopped feeling like I had to say yes to everything. And it's so weird, because I don't know what that really has to do with my natural hair or my new healthy living, but something about doing those things has made me feel like I'm more in control of my life. I'm now controlling how I look, how I feel, what I eat. And it's just parlaying into other parts of my life. It's easier for me to say now, no, I can't do that. I can't have that breakfast meeting because I'm running 8 miles tomorrow. And that's what's important to me. And this is gonna have to wait until another time. Or no, I'm not gonna have that conversation, you know, talking about some issues that don't really have anything to do with me. And are on the negative side of things, because I'm living a positive lifestyle now. I'm trying to be healthy from the inside out, and I don't need negative thoughts, and I don't need anything negative surrounding me, because I'm on a journey, and my journey needs to be positive, and I need to be empowered, and I need to be uplifted. And I'm not trying to be selfish, because I want to do that for others as well. But if that's not the space you're in, and you can only talk about negative things and you can only complain, then I can't participate in that. And it's just something about going on this natural journey with my hair, with my body and everything. It just makes me feel like I'm more in control of me, and that I don't have to be dragged into things that are not pouring into me, that are not making me feel better. And again, not to say that I don't have a minute for a friend who might be having a down day, or a colleague who might be having a rough time. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just the fact that I don't want to dwell in that. I want to be able to give an encouraging word and somebody receive it, because a lot of times when people get into those negative spaces, no matter how much you say on the positive end, they come up with something else negative, but I know this, but anyhow this, but, and that's what I don't want. Now, if it's someone who's going through something, and as I'm talking to them and trying to encourage them and uplift them, and they are saying things back to me like, I understand, that makes sense, thank you, I feel better, we can talk all day. But if all you can do is come back with a rebuttal on the negative, I just can't. And so I've stopped investing time in people and projects and things that don't bring anything positive to my life or someone else's. And so that's the second thing that I have stopped doing. The third thing that I've stopped doing is spending unnecessary money on things that weren't really benefiting me in the first place, that I thought I just needed to do to kind of go back to the number one thing, is because that's what people expected. So number one and number three kind of go hand in hand, but not really. But yeah, I stopped spending money on unnecessary things. I have saved so much money just in this couple of weeks, because if I had not been on this journey, I would have at least gotten my hair done once and my eyelashes probably about 2 times since I started this journey, if I was not doing the natural thing. And it's so funny because I hate going to the hair salon, hate getting my hair done, but I did it all the time. And y'all know how expensive that is, because you're not only paying $150 to $250 to get your hair done when you're doing a sewing, you also have to buy the hair. And if you buy any type of quality hair, it's gonna cost you in the upwards of a couple of $100s. And so I stopped doing that. And it's so crazy because I have hair on my head, but I was doing that for years. Now again, not to say that I'll never get another sew-in again, or I'll never get braids again. That's not what I'm saying at all, but it will just be on an as-needed basis, so to speak. You know, if I'm going on vacation where I'm going to be doing a lot of swimming, or if I'm going away and I'm not going to have time to really keep up with my natural hair. But I've stopped worried about spending the money on getting my hair done just because it's time to get it done, and just because, you know, it's not looking that fresh anymore, and just, I'm not doing that anymore. And I don't know why, once I went natural with my hair, I also decided to stop rocking the eyelashes, but I'm not doing that. I was spending, you know, between $40 and $60 some dollars every 2 weeks getting my eyelashes filled. And I have eyelashes, and you know, if I'm trying to do the glam thing, if it's something, a special occasion, yeah, I may get eyelashes again. So I want to put that out there, because if I come back in, you know, 3 or 4 months and I have on eyelashes and I have a sew-in, I don't want anybody to say, well, you said you weren't going to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I just have decided to no longer have that be my go-to, my have-to. This is my life. I got to get my eyelashes done or whatever. It's just so much easier for me, because when you're doing things like maintaining a sew-in, maintaining eyelashes, whatever, if something goes wrong on a day, you're kind of like stuck, at least me, because I'm not a girly girl. I don't know how to do eyelashes. I don't know how to fix my track if it gets loose. So I would have days where something would happen and maybe a track would be loose and you could see it. Well, I can't just fix that myself, so I have to make an appointment, find somebody who can do that for me, pay them for them to do it for me, and I might have a meeting or something that I have to go to, and now I'm stuck and trying to bobby pin, you know, I just don't have time for that. Eyelashes, same thing. I mean, my eyelashes lasted pretty good, but there was always that chance where a couple fall out and it's kind of looking sparse in there and you don't have an eyelash appointment for another 3 days. And so now whatever you have going on, because life goes on whether your eyelashes are on or not, you have to go through with it being so obvious that you have lashes missing. And so that's the kind of thing that I have just freed myself from. And it just cost so much money. I didn't realize how much money I was spending at the time because of course it was a part of my budget. This is just what I do. I get my eyelashes done every 2 weeks. I have to get my hair done every month. I have to, whatever. It was a part of my budget. So I never really counted the pennies like that. But now that I'm not spending it, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was spending so much money doing that stuff. And so now, like I said, there's no guarantee that I'm not going to do it again. Let me put it out there this way. Let me reverse that. I guarantee you that I will be doing it again. I'll have another sew-in probably in my life. I'll get eyelashes again in my life. But it's just the fact of it not being something that I have to do to where I'm not comfortable. Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I have canceled appointments before because there was something going on with my hair or something going on with my eyelashes or whatever that I couldn't fix and I couldn't find somebody to do it for me in the time that I needed. So I'm rescheduling appointments. That's ridiculous. Now, if you can do it yourself, ladies, I'm not talking about you. And again, none of this am I saying that everybody needs to change it. I'm just sharing with you guys what has worked for me. Going through this journey, I've just realized that even though I'm getting up way earlier in the morning and I am exerting myself physically way more than I ever have, I personally am spending more time fooling with my hair than I ever have for me doing it myself, but I still have more time because guess what, guys? It's on my time. So I get up in the morning and I run before I have anything else to do. I decide to wash my hair whenever I want to wash my hair. So whether that's at noon, 7 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not on anyone else's time. So even though I'm technically spending more time on me, it still is freeing up so much time as well, if that makes sense. I'm not on anyone else's schedule. I'm not making appointments. I'm not handicapped if somebody has to call me and say, I can't do your hair today, we have to reschedule, and I'm just like, oh my God, I have a meeting tomorrow, what am I gonna do? I just feel so much more free now because I'm not under those restraints anymore. And when you get time back, money back, whatever that you didn't even realize you were missing, it is like a bonus. Guys, I didn't even know that I was missing that. I didn't know I was missing that money. I didn't know I was missing that time. And now that I have it, I just can't ever imagine going back to that lifestyle that was so regimented and doing things that really were not bringing anything more to my life. And so now that I don't do those 3 things anymore, it's like I've been given a brand new lease on life. I am able to see things from a whole new perspective. And I'm learning so much about myself because like I said, when I was doing those things, I didn't even realize that it was an issue. But now that I'm not, it's just like, wow. It's just like a weight off of my shoulders and just stuff that I just don't even have to be bothered about. And the good news is it's totally up to me. I never have to go back to that again. But if I choose to, I'll have more control and it won't be so labor intensive. It'll just be kind of, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope it helps someone because I know it would have been great for me to hear somebody to talk about this kind of stuff a few years ago and a light bulb probably would have went off. But hey, I take it when I can get it. You know, my life isn't over yet and Lord willing, I still have plenty of time to live in this freedom that I'm in now. And I want you guys to do the same. So anyway, you guys know the drill. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. Look me up on other social media at Stae Hall. I definitely want to stay connected with you guys. Make sure you share the videos with your friends. That would mean so much to me, and I think it would mean a lot to them too. I really feel like there's going to be a lot of good information given, and I really want to build our tribe of lifers.